You are now listening to ForAllNerds Show, a podcast about geek and pop culture from the perspective of people of color. ForAllNerds is hosted by DJ Ben and Tatiana Keene-Jones. ForAllNerds Show is a member of the Loudspeakers Network, where we always say rest in peace to our founder, Combat Jack.
ForAllNerds Show is powered by our listeners. Everything we do, from our podcasts, live events, our website, are all independently funded. Please continue to support us through our Patreon page at patreon.com/ForAllNerds. Welcome to ForAllNerds.
And welcome to another episode of the ForAllNerds Show. The voice of the Urban Geek, the podcast where we discuss geek and pop culture according to the perspective of people of color. And as always, in the captain's chair, it's your boy DJ Ben a.k.a. LeBron Shane, Meek Millhouse, Method Man Splaining, Buzz Ouchia, Blart Bink, Halal Jordan, Cal L. Bundy, De La Troll, Bid Fetch, the legend of Slapper Vance, back once again. And as always, I'm joined by
Tatiana King, the Grand Duchess of Tech, also known as Tatiana Kang, the Conqueror, Wicked Witch of the West View, coldest winter soldier ever, T'Challa Bread, Doc Aki, Kuji Chagalia down to the socks, I'm dreaming of a Walter White Christmas, and the Ting of the North.
And what's good to y'all, everybody out there watching live on twitch.tv/ForAllNerds. As we said before, as we're doing again, we are live a lot more these days on twitch.tv/ForAllNerds. As you see, this is like 2 weeks in a row. No, actually we skipped last week because we were recording some special shit.
Don't lie to the people.
Yeah, but truth be told, we back again, and we skipping next week too. But we might do a semi-live thing next week. We'll figure it all out. Yeah. But it's end of year. We doing a lot of things, vacations, all that. But in January, beginning of the year 2024, we will be live consistently. Twitch.tv/ForAllNerds. A lot of things are going on. How you feeling, Tatiana? What's going on with you today?
Yo, we're trying to do some different shit, man. I'm actually standing up right now. Yep. First of all, I know everybody's looking at me like I don't have a virtual background. No, I have a real background. I know you can't see none of that shit behind me, so we're gonna fix that next time around. But
they can. It's
can y'all see?
It's about as visible as my stuff. Like my shit is like far off.
Your stuff is much closer than mine.
True.
Like I got mad shit. I got all my comics over here, and I'm like moving my mouse around like y'all can even see what I'm doing, but you can't. But I have all my little pop figures. Like my shit is lit, but you can't really see it. We'll work on that.
Yeah, because mine, I feel like there's like random figures in the background, and that's all you got. And then if I move right, you can see Galactus. There we go.
Yeah, and I'm gonna upgrade my camera too. So
yeah, I just did that. I'm actually upgrading my camera. Within probably by the next show, because like we said, with some new things, it's time to really get the focus on. The other day, I woke up, I feel like I was on cocaine, fam. I woke up at like 5 in the morning.
Cocaine bear?
Cocaine bear, straight up and down. I woke up at 5 in the morning. I don't know what possessed me. I came into this little room where, where my studio is. This is where I make my music. This is where I DJ at. This is where I do the show at. This is where I do my writing at. 5 in the morning, and I started cleaning. And I did not stop until like literally about 6 p.m. So, I took some breaks and shit, but I spent a good 10 hours cleaning this room, which is not that big. It's yay big, y'all. Y'all can see half of it.
Why
right
so many hours? Like, what the fuck did you have in there?
Not much. It's like, there's a lot of stuff. As you see, I got all the Marvel Legends for days. I've got a lot of books. I've got a lot of records, a lot of vinyl. I've got DJ equipment. I've got, I had a lot of paints and stuff for Warhammer and Marvel Legends that I've been painting. Just a lot of stuff, a lot of different things in this room, all my different interests and things. So, and then there was a lot of knickknacks and just things, sitting around like, here's a can of paint over here, here's a book over here, here's a box full of pens over here, all this stuff. And so I just sat in here and, I remember in Limitless, the dude, when he first takes the pill, he just cleans up everything. So that's how I felt. So I just straight up cleaned up everything in here. I rewired stuff. I hid wires. I got the little hiders. I put them on the wall, underneath the table, all this kind of ish. And I feel great. You know what I mean? I feel like I'm ready for war. Like I'm prepared.
Actually recommend that to people. I mean, for me, it's just like straight up purging, but like just at least honestly like once a quarter. But if you do it even more, that's even better. But like dead ass is going through your stuff, getting rid of as much stuff as you can, giving away things, giving away as much as you can, donating things. The usual rule of thumb is like unless it's some vintage shit, if it's an item of clothing you have not worn in a year, get rid of it because it's just taking up space. I know everyone's like screaming like, no, don't touch my shit. But I'm just like, I'm telling you, your body, your life, your spirit will feel better when you release the things you don't need. So,
and it's really hard for us, as geeks, as collectors, because I've been a collector all my life. Like I started off with comics and then I started collecting vinyl. I lost all my vinyl in a really horrible incident that was like life-changing for me. And the only way I survived it is because I know other greats like Q-Tip and stuff lost all their vinyl in different ways. So shit happens, life goes on. I had to pause for a second there because it hurts still. But, as a collector, it's hard for me even to this day to get rid of stuff. But I had like this hardcover of part of Why the Last Man. They had like, I think it was 5 hardcovers that made up the whole series. And I had one of them. I'm sitting here like, why do I have this? Like, I've read Why the Last Man a million times. I know this book backwards and forwards. I don't need this in my house. I can always go read it digital, whatever. So I'm, giving that away to a bookstore or to anyone comics, one or the other. Whoever wants it, take it, because gotta go.
You sound like me when like pop vinyl figures had me in the chokehold, bro. Like,
they
that
out.
shit was
they
too
out.
crazy.
They out of
like,
here.
The little bit you see behind me is nutting.
Oh,
nutting.
No. I dunned off the pop vinyls. Like, that was last month's purge. And then I had to, like, finish the purge when I did what I did today. And the pop vinyls are already sitting outside waiting to go. But even there, they're taking up too much space, so they out of here. Y'all,
so you put it on the stoop, though, right? You're in Brooklyn, so that's what you're supposed to do.
Oh, yeah. Pop vinyls are doing right on the stoop, yeah. And especially books. I love that in Brooklyn. I love being able to walk down the block and find books, so I'm going to do the same and put some books out for people. My landlord don't really like that, though. He likes our stoop looking clean. But I'm like, it only lasts.
It's just books.
And it's a couple hours. And then they out, They out. Yeah.
I mean, it's not like you selling ass on the stoop. It's okay.
There were times when I thought about it. I consider
Damn, you down bad, Ben, on me.
Look, boy, New York is hard. You know what I mean? New York, look. I wasn't always buying Galactus figure and Marvel Legends shit. You know what I mean? There was times, fam. There were times. They were there. I didn't always have things to give away.
Oh my God.
I was looking to sell things instead of give it away. You know what I mean? But hey,
doing something strange. Doctor doing something strange for some change.
Hey, it ain't just an AKA. So things are a little bit better now, though. You know what I mean? So now I'm over here purging stuff, getting rid of things, cleaning up. I copped some new equipment. I copped the new camera. I copped the new USB hub, wires, all kind of stuff. So I'm like, no, so this is right, because the other day I was trying to stream and I realized I had these 2 connecting wires, and the 2 connecting wires is not allowing the Elgato to get the PlayStation 5. So I'm like, no, just one wire, idiot, buy the 10-footer. You know what I mean? Just do these little things, make your shit right. So that's what I'm doing.
I hear you, bro. But, it being damn near December, it's the end of the year. And like, this could be like a really scary time and a really amazing time for a lot of people. Because,
yes.
You know what I'm saying? Because it's just like, damn, you got 1 month in the year left. It's like, did you accomplish your goals? You do what you needed to do. But then also it's like, damn, I got a new year, new challenges, new shit to face. And it's just like, what do I do?
Yeah, man. And it's also like, I always tell people, reach out to people around this time, because the holidays, like, especially when you're doing well, because you'll forget, and that's something we have to remember, is like, when you're not doing well, the holidays should be one of the roughest times for you. Everyone's all happy around you and shit, and you're struggling over here. You don't know what it is. It's cold outside, especially people living over here in Northeast. It's fucking freezing. It's depressing. It gets dark at like 4:00 in the afternoon. So reach out to people, y'all, for real. Like, check up on people. Like, this year for me was one of those really crazy years where I've been super blessed and super stressed all in one. It was ridiculous. Like the level of blessings I got this year and the level of stress and like pain and grief I've been dealing with this year, it's just been enormous.
Yeah, man.
I can't
That's
even
actually the
believe.
title of this episode. I like that.
Wow. Super blessed, super stressed. Yeah,
Yes.
I can't even believe that I'm sitting here smiling and talking about buying Marvel Legends and shit right now because like just a few weeks ago, one of my best friends, like somebody I might as well consider my brother passed, you know? And it's crazy. I'm still dealing with it, but I know what he would want. I know what Kenny would want. I know what my dad would want, who also passed this year. They'd be like, keep going. I know my dad especially, and I know Kenny because that's how he is. My man was a coach. He was, damn near on his deathbed, and he was trying to get his daughter to practice on time.
Wow.
Yeah, this motherfucker didn't play. So, you know what I mean? Like, I got to keep going the same way, and I got to keep smiling. That's something else I always wrote down. Like, when I was locked up, when I was incarcerated, that was one of the first things I wrote. I was like, this place will not take your smile away, and it damn sure didn't. And so to this day, I don't allow pretty much anything to take my smile away for that long. So,
preach, man. I mean, yes.
I mean, I get sad as fuck sometimes. Don't get me wrong, but I also really focus on that. Remembering how blessed I am, things that I've been through, where I'm at now. Yeah. So
that's what's up.
Mm-hmm.
I like it. I don't want to even follow up with that because I feel similarly to you, and I think you said it very succinctly. So I like that.
All right. So what else is going on? This is ForAllNerds show. It is not just, us talking about ourselves. It is us talking about ourselves as well. We got to talk some geek culture and all that, so.
Listen, have you been up to date on Invincible?
Yes, of course. Like, I mean, yeah, you heard that in my voice, but like that during my purge, for long-time listeners, y'all know this. Like, I've been on Invincible, on Robert Kirkman since damn near day one. I will never forget the moment I saw The Walking Dead issue 1 in stores. I bought it. That was something else I lost during my vinyl loss. Don't talk to me about it. It hurts. But I'll never forget being in the store in DC. I can't even remember the damn name of the store now. It had a wild name. I think it was like Atomic Monkey. It had something with a monkey in it. For those who in DC know this. And it was really weird because there was a lot of black people working in the store, and it wasn't called something monkey at first, and then it turned into something monkey.
I know you fucking lying.
I am not fucking lying. Yo, swear to God, ask anyone in DC. My man Kev. Me and Kevin. We're on Instagram together. I'm gonna hit him up. He might even be listening right now. I'm gonna hit him up and ask him because it was one name when I first started going in there, and that's when I first met Kevin. And there was this other black cat working in there. Super cool, super smart. Kevin's super talented illustrator. And then halfway through, someone bought it and turned the name to Monkey. And we used to be in there like, yo, fam, did they turn the name to Monkey because they got a bunch of black people working in here? Bruh,
shit.
it was wild, questionable, you know what I mean? And so, that being said, I remember the first time I was in there and I walked in the stands. I was like, "Oh, The Walking Dead. That's an interesting ass name." And I really liked the art by it wasn't Adlar. The cover was by Adlar. Did the interiors later on. It was the original artist on the cover. I can't remember his name, but I just really liked his art style. And it had Rick on the cover, and the name was Walking Dead. I was like, "Oh, that's dope." And then they were like, "Oh, if you like this," he writes his other book, Invincible. And I was like, "Oh, okay, cool." And I bought them both and started following it. Invincible immediately, I was like, yo, what the fuck? Walking Dead too. I was like, yo, what the fuck? It's like, I'll never forget when I shout out to Young Guru when I recommended it to him. I kept telling about Invincible. And one day he goes into the store. He says, I think he bought the first trade, went home and read it, went back to the store and was like, yo, give me everything. And bought the rest of the run right there. And I remember him calling me on the phone after he read the first trade. He said, yo, Ben, what the fuck? He's like, yo, you ain't telling me this shit was like this. I was like, bro, I told you this shit was like this. So, all that being said, for anyone who's just on the show right now, fam, y'all don't know what's coming. Like, this shit is so...
I don't know what's coming because I never read the books.
And it's reminding me how much shit there is. Like, there's this huge thing coming with the Viltrumites that you see clearly being built up to, and that's nothing. Like, there's a huge war with the Viltrumites. And that is nothing. There's so much more after that. Like,
and that's okay.
There's so much more before that.
That's okay, because this show, listen, even what I know your mind is like, you are bursting at the seams, but I'm telling you, the way this animated series has just, when I interviewed Robert and Simon Rasiopa, one of the showrunners, I told him, I was like, bro, my sister, who does know nothing about comic books, who does not read comics, watches this shit religiously. The way that they have taken this story, again, something that I've never read before. I know it was based on comics.
So you never read it
before. No, bro. Oh. Like, it wasn't even until a few weeks ago when you told me it was like 15 years old or some shit. I said, huh? I didn't even realize it was that old. But
I
like,
thought
or it's
you
been
had,
out.
man.
No. And most people don't understand that or realize that. But the way that they were able to convert this into something that's just like filled with so much, I mean, again, that is the book, but filled with so much fucking drama and so much nigga what? Like, at every fucking corner. So I hear you like, we don't even see nothing yet, but honestly, it's how I feel now. I seen some wild shit already, and it's just like in my head, I'm like, yo, they're gonna top this one. They're gonna top this one. I know the bullshit is the good bullshit. It's coming, okay? I'm with the shits. I'm with it. But then,
all right, I thought you had. So let me tell y'all. All right, it's Robert Kirkman and this guy. Otley comes on later. The original artist, I can't remember his name as well, but Otley is a younger artist when he starts on this. Ryan Otley, yeah, the original. Corey Walker is the original artist. Corey Walker is another young cat, but when Ryan starts, he's a very young cat. Robert found him on some like website for artists, and Ryan just turns into a monster as the series goes on. And Kirkman, is like turning into the great writer that he is on this series as well. So Invincible takes all the tropes, like it's straight up tropes. Mm-hmm. It's straight up archetypes of tropes. Characters. It's straight up things that happen over and over again, like a character being replaced by a black version of them. Mm-hmm. Things like that. And he just flips all of these different tropes into Invincible. Every single idea that you've ever seen happen in a superhero story is probably going to happen in this, but it's just flipped. Like, as we see, Invincible is basically a Superman story. The Viltrumites are Kryptonites. Kryptonians, yes.
Yeah.
So, but that being said, the violence and things of that nature that you're seeing now are a lot, right? Of course.
Is that more than in the book?
No.
So what's the problem?
It's not even a problem. It is what I'm wondering, and I know they're going to go there, is the adult themes that they take on in Invincible go far beyond what we've seen, like far beyond violence. There's a lot of sex stuff that is, it's very well done, but it is not what you expect to see in a superhero story. It is a lot of things that I don't want to spoil anything, but it's just, I know they're going to, like, I was discussing it the other day, and I just know they're going to do it because it's such great stuff. Like, if I was in that writer's room, I'd be like, yo, we got to do this. But that shit is wild, fam. Like, it's going to, I don't know how people are going to take it. I really don't.
I mean, people take it the way they take it.
Yeah, like, I don't know how people took it when it was a comic, because I wasn't really paying attention to message boards or like wherever people were discussing this, forums, all that. I was just reading it. I wasn't caring.
The internet wasn't an internet like that.
Yeah, not like that. And even then, it wasn't that popping. It's still a comic book. I mean, I guess you get spoilers and stuff, but I don't know. It wasn't one of those comics where everybody was like paying attention.
Nah, but let's talk about the actual series, bro. Like, that's what I want to talk to you about. Okay. And that's what I want to like the episodes that have been coming out thus far, this new season, like overall, obviously, I don't want to ask you how do you feel about it, but like I'm fucking like wild crazy about it. Like,
real quick before you do that, let's watch the trailer for season 2.
Okay.
So those who are watching with us right now, and then we can discuss everything. And I think we might see a little bit of stuff that we don't see in so far in the first 4 episodes. That is.
Okay.
All right. So let's see what we got here. I'm just trying to make sure. I know we just froze for everybody watching right now, but don't worry about that. I'm on it, y'all. I'm on it like a boss. Look at that. Look at that. Just make sure. All right. Hey, look at that. We so good at this. Boom. So, and here we go. This is the Invincible Season 2 trailer.
We all remember that day. For some, the pain will never fade.
When I was a kid, I always wanted to be my dad. What if that happens? What if I become him and I don't even know it? I need to do more. I can save lives. Put me back out there.
Mark isn't like other Viltrumites. He's a good guy.
Dinner tonight.
Go save the world, Invincible.
You're way too good for me! Who are you?
I call me the Shapesmith.
Oh, God.
That nigga was so funny,
number
bro.
of dimensions.
Yeah.
And I was born with the ability
This fucking Sterling King Brown, man.
all of them.
Oh, wait. Didn't mean to cut off the volume completely.
Make us.
You have no idea how much I wanted you to say that.
It's bottled in, I'ma let it out. Your powers don't
Okay.
make you a
With the
hero.
backhand, with the pimp hand. You saw that?
Dangerous.
Make him pay for what he did to your world.
Okay.
Yeah, you remember that.
Yeah, no. I'm about to.
Come and get it.
Wrong choice, asshole.
I need revenge. So arrogant, just like your father.
People of Earth, the more you resist, the worse this gets. And if you think you can stop us, don't forget.
Remember that? Fake me out.
I'm-
What they did?
No, don't.
No, listen.
Yeah, I know.
Listen, I understand that's a whole nother universe, but remember how they did that where
Yeah.
like damn near like 55% of episode went by and I'm like, God damn, this ain't what I think it is. And it was just a whole nother, universe, but still. But like, let me work my way backwards on this. First of all, and it may not be it may be true, but RIP to my nigga Allen. Like, what the fuck? What the fuck, bro? Like, that shit, like the way people be taking L's on this show, it's just beyond the capacity of what I've seen. It's like, I understand it's animated, but goddamn, I be feeling all the cracks and the bruises and the blood. Like, my nigga Allen did nothing. He didn't deserve all that. And the way he went out like a G, like when he was fighting the Viltrumite, you know what I'm saying? Like, and he was looking at his girl. He was like, man, I'm going to eat these shits like Scooby Stacks. No, nigga, you finna die. But damn, RIP to my nigga Allen. Like, I felt so fucking bad. Oh, I just want to say that real quick. I don't know how you feel about Allen, but I fuck with Allen. You know what I'm saying?
You know, what's the famous, is that?
Don't say milkshake duck. Don't say he's a milkshake
No.
duck. Oh, okay.
Is that Shakespeare? I can't remember the rumors of my death might be
greatly exaggerated.
Yeah.
Yeah, like I know that nigga is probably not dead, but I'm just saying, but that shit was horrible. That shit was fucking brutal.
And also
then,
really ill because you get to see how, like you said, he's looking at his girl and he's distracting them
Yes.
from attacking his girl by sacrificing himself and talking most shit.
Yes,
So, yeah.
yes. And then, like, why the fuck did they have Optimus Prime as Methuselah? Like, that pissed me so bad. That pissed me off so bad because I was just like, that voice is so fucking distinctive. And then to see that old
Peter
nigga,
Cullen, right?
yeah, and then see that old nigga doing the fucking, I'm here to protect the universe type shit. I was like, whoa, like it just threw me off a little bit, but
I loved it. I loved it
Yo.
because Methuselah, as you call him, is going to be a big character as well.
Probably.
All these characters, all of these characters. My man, Captain Whatever, who shows up at the end with the little cybernetic eye after Mark gets his ass kicked. Yo, just remember what he says exactly. No, not Angstrom. Angstrom is a whole nother thing we'll get to in a second. I'm talking about the Viltrumite who shows up to Mark.
Oh, the Viltrumite. Okay.
Yeah, after Nolan gets his ass whipped, and the one shows up and he has this little cybernetic eye, and he tells Mark, "Go back to Earth. You now have to take Nolan's place." And I know you don't agree with this shit, but whatever.
Are you going a little ahead because that?
No, this episode 4.
I just watched episode 4. So I'm like, what?
At the end, when after
homeboy, after he goes to that planet or whatever.
Yes, after Nolan goes to that planet,
Maybe I missed it.
Okay, at the very end of the episode, after the big fight with the Viltrumites, when the black dude fights, the black Viltrumites show up and fight Nolan and Mark. You remember all this? I don't think you've seen the latest episode. I think you might be one episode behind. Your last episode you saw was Nolan shaking Mark's hand.
The last episode I saw was Mark like meeting up with Nolan for the first time. For the was in hiding.
There's still one more.
Okay. I was like, wait a minute, what? Black people fighting? The girls are fighting? No.
Well, our audience, and no, this ain't something like I saw. This is on Amazon right now, so the audience knows. Tatiana, you're just one episode behind.
Shit. I was like, yo, what the fuck? Okay, that's all right. No, that's all right. But I mean, I know.
Yeah, well, you want to talk about brutality?
I haven't even seen. My thing is, and that's what's so cold about this show is that shit that happened to Mark wasn't probably the worst of the brutality.
Nothing.
And that's what's insane to me because to me that was the worst brutality I have ever seen, live action or otherwise. That's your motherfucking son. You threw this nigga through the A train. What the fuck?
Invincible
through rush hour.
And Invincible and Walking Dead are two series where at various points I never wanted to read another issue.
Wow.
There was and when just like that moment in the store when I saw Walking Dead, I'll never forget where I was when I read this one issue of Invincible, and I put the shit down in my kitchen in Maryland, and I sat there and I wanted to write to Kurtman. I wanted to tweet at him. However I could get at this motherfucker, I wanted him to know, fuck you. But then I read the next issue, and everything was all right in the long run, overall.
That means he's the man's a genius. Let's be real.
He is a great writer. He is definitely one of my favorite comic writers. And I think on Invincible and Walking Dead, he was at his peaks. Like, he was fucking firing on all cylinders, especially on Invincible. Like, Invincible, there's just shit. Like I say, it's the violence is one thing, but that's not where the story is, where it breaks your heart.
Right.
I mean, there is some violence that will break your heart.
That violence against Mark broke my heart.
Yeah,
because I'm just like,
there's some other shit. I mean, like, that's what I mean. There's shit coming, and then you're gonna think that that's the illest shit you've seen, and that's nothing. Like, and it's just been reminding me because, like, okay, Angstrom Levy, getting back to Angstrom, and that one shot you saw when he's like, do to him what he did to your world is there's a lot. I at one point hated Angstrom with every fiber of my being. Like, I hated this motherfucker, and then I felt for him, and then I hated him again. Then I felt for, he is a lot in this series, and when it's all said and done, because I've forgotten some shit, and I just reread a part of it. I've got the trades right here for those watching on Twitch. I really highly encourage anyone who's a comic reader to read this book. It is really the art, the story. I really think they're doing it perhaps an even better job with the show, but I still think that the book is well worth reading because they're going to change things, and I'm wondering how, and it'll be interesting. You'll get to have that different perspective like I do, and it's just a great fucking comic book. Yeah. But reading ahead, there's stuff with Angstrom that sets off.
Listen,
there's shit that breaks my fucking heart.
I'm sure there is, because that's how fucking, again, just genius level this show is. Because it's like you said, like the whole concept of taking all these memes and tropes of superheroes and comic books and all the things that go along with it, and flipping literally everything on its head. And the beauty of it is because especially if you know an inkling about superhero stuff, that's enough. Like, you don't have to be a comic book head, because that little bit is familiar, right? And it's also like classic archetype stories. So that familiarity is what draws you in. And that's why I can see where people who have no background in this be into it, because you're like, okay, typical, Superman's an archetype, right? Okay, typical situation there, okay? Or a Batman type, that's an archetype, right? And then, bah! some shit happens you was not fucking expecting. And it draws you in even more like, whoa, where's this going? And then also that in joke, right? Of damn near all the characters being mirror images of like their DC or Marvel or whatever counterparts, right? Like that's the other shit that shit goes so hard about this show because people sitting there like, damn, I know that person, or damn, I know, ain't that so and so? Can they do that? Ain't that a character? I'm like, it's all free game. Like, come on.
Superman just killed the Justice League. What the fuck?
Yeah, like no, I love it, and it deals with real life human emotion and all the complications there are. It's the reason why I like shows like The Boys and Gen V because it puts that idea, like, you know, too often to me, things like superheroes and superpowers and stuff are idealized, right? Like, well, if this person's gonna get this power, they're gonna all of a sudden want to save niggas. No, 90% of these motherfuckers is assholes because people are assholes. Now you did have powers too, and then they are powerful assholes. You know what I'm saying? Like, and that's where I'm like, that's the real story, right? How do people react, right? Like, you know how they say about money, right? Like when someone gets money, they just become more of what they really are. To me, it's the same thing with powers. Like you was already a horrible person to begin with. If you have powers, then hey, you're just gonna live that life. And like I said, I mentioned that for stuff like The Boys, but to me, also Invincible is in that same thread. Like, yo, this is how people really motherfucking act. And how do you deal with that, right? Like, it's just brilliant. It's brilliant story.
I mean, absolutely. Absolutely brilliant. Shout out to Lock It Down. Shout out to Don Magic Wand Punch Man.
Don Magic Wand Punch
Man. Yeah. Sakina75, Attack the Block. Everybody else in the chat. Big shouts to y'all. Yeah, the dude with the cybernetic eyes who I'm talking about, Tatiana hasn't seen that episode.
Yeah, be quiet in the chat. I'm gonna see it in a minute.
Yeah, somebody else talked about how did he get busy with that cricket. That's another story entirely. Ali, shout out to, I don't even know if they said his name yet. Yeah.
Don't worry.
He don't even have a name yet, but
listen, I have questions though.
Yes.
Like I said, like I'm not gonna recap every episode, but I have like fucking questions and quips. Like, first of all, why did Mark's mom really think she had a friend in that AA meeting or, you know, Heroes Anonymous meeting?
I mean, the liquor was talking.
The liquor? Ain't no liquor that strong. Your husband is op to the world, bro.
Yeah, I know.
To the world. Not even op to like one or two motherfuckers. Op to the world, the planet, Earth. Like, yes, thank you, Don Magic Wand Punch Man. I can't say your whole name, but yes, she got way too comfortable. That shit like blew me. Like, I get it. She's in a vulnerable position. She was like, oh, I need somebody to talk to. And she even said as much. But it's like, fam, you got to have some wherewithal. Like, people is not your friend. You are married, we're married to op of the planetary system, right? Like to the Milky Way galaxy. So I don't know. I don't know. Ain't no way.
Ain't no way either. That all like Debbie's whole story has gotten a lot more expanded in the show. Even though they dealt with some of this, there's been a lot more to it, and I've been loving that because I love Debbie in the book, and I love to see more of it. So yeah, you know, she slipped up, man. She was looking for somebody. She got nobody. Imagine that. Like, that's something we can't put ourselves in the shoes. Her man is out to the world and he gone, and she got no one, and her son gone.
She got the what do you mean? She got the fucking
She can't talk to that nigga. He's a monster.
No, her homegirl that's like a playoff of the Red Room niggas. Black Widow.
Black Widow was married to the Russian, the Flash.
But Black Widow is the one that gave her fake Black Widow is the one that gave her the card. Like, hey, maybe this can help you out. She could have talked to Black Widow. Is all I'm saying.
Fake Black Widow is a drunk too, and she can't talk to her forever. And fake Black Widow's husband was killed by your husband.
And fake Black Widow knew that. My point is, fake Black Widow understood the situation and was the only one even giving Debbie the time of day. So why don't you just go and sit and talk to your little friend? Why you gotta like talk to these niggas? First of all, I understood what that black man felt when he found out.
Oh, damn right.
Like how could you fucking say that? And again, I understand she's vulnerable, but damn, Debbie, like we gotta have some wherewithal. And I only so harsh about it.
Debbie with the black fans.
I only so harsh about it because I want her to protect herself because niggas will kill her just for her affiliation. That and yes, you can say, well, Mark will come get her. Mark is fucking off world right now. What the fuck? You know what I'm saying?
No.
What's to stop that black man that be like, oh, I know what this bitch, look for her because he has a vendetta. You know what I'm saying? Like, nah, bro, you got to be smarter. You got to be smarter.
Yeah,
Just
well, she's
saying.
vulnerable. You know what I mean? It's a tough time for her. You know, look, I feel for
I just
that.
want her to protect herself.
I do
man.
too.
Like, oh,
But
man.
trust, it's gonna get worse before it gets better.
No. And what's the name of the man, the babysitter, Mark's babysitter, that he be getting my nerves because I'm like, he be trying to do too much. Like,
Oh, that's what I was talking about. He's a monster.
listen,
Cecil?
like Cecil, thank you, Cecil. Yeah, Cecil doing a little too much for me. Like his whole, because to me, he treating Mark like a fucking lapdog, right? And it's like I kind of get you, but I don't, my guy. Like the way you be trying to control niggas, like I listen, at the end of the day, I don't really think you fuck with Mark like that, no matter what you say. Like, no matter, oh, I'm just trying to protect you. I don't want you becoming your father. You don't trust Mark. You also believe Mark is the ops. You probably been to all the other universes and seen what Mark become, and that's how you already have bias against him. Like, I don't see it for Cecil. That's just me.
Well, Cecil's doing his best job to protect Earth. That's his first thing. Cecil is Nick Fury. So, if Nick Fury felt a threat, what's he gonna do?
He gonna go after that threat. He gonna neutralize that threat.
So that's Cecil.
Don't you think Cecil would be making mistakes?
Don't you think Nick Fury be making mistakes?
He do.
But we forgive him because he's black and Cecil white. So straight up, that's all there is to it. Straight up, there ain't no other excuse behind it.
Maybe.
And I feel it. Hey, what I mean? It's like Obama. That man was out bombing people every day, just like every other white president.
Oh, well, you had to bring it to home. Thanks a lot. Thanks a lot, Ben. I mean,
still love him and Michelle, but they were terrorists too.
The chat saying Cecil is just protecting Cecil. He ain't protecting the Earth.
Nah, I disagree. I disagree there. Cecil is ruthless, but he's damn sure protecting the Earth. But he's ruthless about it. Cecil is the man in black. Like, he does what needed to be done.
Okay,
Yeah,
I
don't feel like Cecil's. And in the book, Cecil is definitely about the Earth all the way to the end.
Okay.
Yeah.
And then how you feel? Well, I mean, first of all, I love being able to see Adam and Eve's backstory. Like last month, during Comic-Con when we got to see Adam Eve.
Oh yeah, that been dropped. Yeah.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying.
Yeah,
but I love seeing her backstory. Because and first of all, like I know, like, and that's something that Robert had said during our interview. He had mentioned that that was something that was never really fully fleshed out. So, so they got a chance to actually show that, show how she came to be, and her parents, and all the other stuff. And when I look at someone like that got those types of powers, I'm like, that's so much fucking discipline. Like, remember what I said before about like powers just make you more of who you already are. For her to like not just constantly materialize anything she wants. And maybe she has, I don't know, but to me, it just seems like she's fair about it. I don't think I'd be fair about it. I don't know. What about you?
Yeah, no, I would definitely be Adam. That's why I love Adam Eve. She's a really dope character because she's one of those characters who realizes her powers aren't best suited to fighting villains.
No.
But then as they've shown, like, that it's not that easy just to make people houses and stuff. Because in the book, I will say this, that was one of Kirkman's really wild things, like most white people. Adam Eve just goes to Africa at one point. Straight up Africa. You know what I mean? Not no country, just Africa. And then they show her off in the bush, of course. And it's just Africa, some, place where there's like plains and grasses and no towns or cities. Yeah. So they're going to improve on that because I feel like they're not just to shunt her off to Africa like they did, because I think
she's a member of the Peace Corps.
I think that would happen right about now, or would have happened already. So I think that when the house falling apart was them being like, okay, that's not the story we're going to tell, because if we do that in Africa, it's even worse. And also Africa, Jesus Christ, Hurtman, look, it's a
he dead ass just said Africa.
Oh, straight up. She dead ass. I think I was to post it. I think I took shots of the pages because they're so, like, she's like, I'm going to Africa, type shit. It is trifling. And then Grayson, Mark, and Amber, who is a white woman in the book, go to visit her in Africa. And they're off in the bush. And Amber, this blonde-haired white woman, is like, oh, this is amazing, Africa,
Are they
And
on a safari?
no, she just lives in the fucking bush because that's what people do in Africa.
So is that why they have her in the fucking treehouse in the TV show?
Oh fuck! They showed the treehouse.
She lives in the goddamn treehouse. She lives in the treehouse? What the fuck you mean? When she left her parents' house, she made
Oh yeah,
a
that's
random
right.
fucking
Yeah,
playhouse.
yeah. That's how. But in the book, she does it in Africa.
Okay, well they scratch Africa. She's like around down the block
Thank God.
around the corner.
Thank God. Thank your lucky stars they scratch Africa. Because reading that shit, I was like, this is ultra trifling. And every time I reread the book, I'm like, this is so trifling, pure trifling.
Yo. No.
Yeah.
But I still like her as a character.
No, that's what I'm saying. She's amazing.
Yeah.
She's look, Adam Eve is, she's a redheaded superpower woman. It doesn't take much to get me to love them. But at the same time, she is one of my favorite. She's up there with Jean Grey. Like Adam Eve and Jean Grey are probably my two favorite red. Well, no, there's all of them. Rachel Summers, Hope Summers, all them fuckers. I love them. But then there's Adam Eve. It's the whole Jean Grey and Summers clan, and then Adam Eve. Because Adam Eve is such a great character, man. I fucking love her. Like, Kurtman's saying that, but they fleshed her stuff out in the book too. They had that same miniseries with her. They had an Adam Eve miniseries, and her stuff with the parents is in the book. I love her, man.
Yeah.
And she's one of the parts when I fucking wanted to stop reading the. Look, man, don't fuck with Adam Eve, dog. Tatiana, you just got me the pen at New York Comic Con. You saw how overjoyed I was to get this Adam Eve pen. Like, I used to have an Adam Eve shirt, early. Like, I've been Adam. I'm always on my ginger fetish, fam. Keep it real. Like, what are you talking about, bro? This is from day one. This ain't a fetish. This is a lifestyle.
Is Mark's friends as prominent in the book? So, like, I know you said, like, or friend and girlfriend. Like, I know Amber's a white woman, but, like, are they
Amber's
as
a white
prominent?
woman, but his roommate...
Is the roommate still gay in the book?
Yes, his gay
Okay.
roommate is still gay in the book. It's handled better on the show because, once again, Kurtman's a straight white man who doesn't know everything, and there's probably a couple little dumb jokes, but it's still handled very well in the book, too. It is like... William. William is great in the book as well. The whole thing with the other dude getting captured by that scientist all happens in the book. All of that.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, this is like it's expanded, but it is the book. That's what I mean. Like, there's not anything that I've seen on screen so far that wasn't in the book. Like, there's things that have been expanded on, but it's still all there. Like Adam Eve's backstory. Already knew that with the old mutant, ugly ass kids. All that shit was all in the book. All disgusting, just like that. Everything that's fucking coming with Angstrom Levy is, it's like, and that's the worst part because certain shit, there's certain, like all the shit with Robot Monster Girl, all these characters, there's mad shit that happens with them. And certain shit, Kurtman caught me off guard. Kurtman was a master of the last page reveal or the mid-page reveal. He's a master of that, of leaving you like, oh, what the fuck at the end of an issue. He is such a master of that. And so there was certain stuff that I just did not see coming. And then when you reread it, you see it coming. So watching the show, it's just like, oh, fuck.
Yeah, of course.
Yeah, because there's just stuff that I know they're going to do. Like, I don't, the major plot points, I really don't see them changing. Like, the big major plot points, I don't
and
see
they
them
don't
changing.
need to. They don't need to. The formula works. You don't mess with the formula.
And because of that, it's like there's some horrific shit coming that I just am like,
of course there is.
It's inevitable, and it just feels like, fuck.
I mean, minus the horrific shit, I want to say one of my highlights of this series, and granted, we only saw them for a little bit. One of my highlights of the series is always the Mauler twins.
They're so great.
They're
so great in the book.
Fucking hilarious.
I almost spoiled something that happens in
shut the fuck up.
I know.
Shut the fuck up.
There's in the last episode that you haven't seen yet, there's another great Mauler twins moment. But they are amazing throughout the whole series. I can't remember where they end up by the end of it.
No, but it doesn't even matter where these niggas end up. Like, anytime they're on screen, I'm there. Because
they're comedy.
That pure comedy, and that whole situation about I'm the first one, I'm the original, no, you the copy. Like, since day one, that shit's been the best. Like, I just enjoy them, and that's probably again another reason why I just like the show so much. There is people in this bitch that I fucking truly enjoy, right? Characters that I truly, truly fucking enjoy. And like you're saying, I'm sure there's gonna be somebody that I just religiously do not fuck with soon enough.
Oh my
It's not there
God.
yet, but soon.
Oh my God. There could be people Ancient Malevolence used to be one of those people you religiously do not fuck
You
with.
think so?
Yeah, for a good minute. Yeah, for a good minute. And then you might go the other way with them for a second, and then you might go back. But yeah, there's to be times when, and no, the funniest thing is there's people you've met already that you are going to religiously not fuck with.
Are you serious?
There's a few people beyond Ancient who you have met already who by points in this series, you are going to want to kill them with like, if oh my God, there's a character like I'm not telling you anything, but there's a character who we've met already who every time they're on screen, I'm just like, die. Die before you do what you're gonna do, you fucking bastard. And it's like that was one of those things I was talking about. Like, it's coming, it is inevitable. And I already see they've already started, walking down that path to where it's gonna go. And it's just like, oh fuck.
Okay.
Like, it's so funny. It's like it's the complete opposite of watching the new Scott Pilgrim series where I have no idea what's going on. I'm still kind of on it. I can't lie. But at the very least, I have no idea what will happen in every episode. While with this, I pretty much know I'm loving it, but I pretty much know what's going to happen. So because of that, there's certain things where I'm just like, oh, fuck.
Yeah.
Oh, fuck.
I mean, does that, like, the fact that you essentially know what's going to happen, does that take any of the joy away from you? Or it's because it's being presented in animated format? And
it's not even that. It's because it's one of those things like when people talk about spoilers, right? Like, they do hurt sometimes in certain instances. But then in the long run, they really don't matter because once you've seen it, if it's that good, like this, I can't tell you how many times before there was ever a thought of an animated series, I've reread these. I can't tell you. Invincible is one of those books that I've just
it's front to back.
Front to back. I've read the graphic. I read every issue in single form. Then I bought the trades. I read the trades over and over again. I've talked to Kurtman about the series. Like, I've talked to Otley. I've met Tori Walker. Everybody involved in the series I've met, talked to. I've, discussed it with friends for years. It's one of my core books.
Did you speak to Ryan? Because he was at Comic-Con this year.
I met Ryan well before that. Not this year, but I've met him well before that. Talked to him all about it. Told him how much of a god he is to me. All that. Yeah, we've been there. I bought art from him. Yeah, been there. Like, you understand? I've been on these niggas. Like, this is like for years now. Probably the first Comic-Con we went to, I was on Kurtman and Otley. Like, this has been there. It's like one of my major books in my adult life. When I came home, like, I was reading right before I got locked up, and then so when I came home, it was just a book that meant a lot to me. So, and it's such an adult ass book, and it's so many things.
It's an adult ass show too.
Yeah, and that's why I keep saying, like, the violence and shit is one thing, but it's the stuff like that you see with Debbie, like dealing with grief. There's to be a lot of stuff like that. There's just so much shit. Like when Guru read it, he was like, "Yo, what the fuck?" And I was like, "Bruh, that's what it is." It's like it is what it is, but it is. And like I said, there's characters you've seen that you will grow to love and then hate, and you'll understand why they're doing what they're doing. And you'll still hate them for it. It's man.
Yeah. Yo, Amazon on their shit. I just want to say that. Like, they on their shit right now. I caught up to Gen V, excuse me. And you seen it, right?
I don't care.
You don't care? Why is that?
I don't like The Boys enough to watch more of Gen Z. I think The Boys is pretty good. Don't get me wrong. I'm a person who's read every issue of The Boys comic, all the spinoffs, everything. They never really did a Gen V. They did other stuff, and I overall didn't really like it. I think it's okay.
Why you don't like The Boys?
You thought it's okay? The Boys comic and The Boys show. Well, the Boys comic I didn't like because it was it's like the dark Invincible. It takes every trope you've ever known about superheroes, and then it's just like, fuck it, let's make it as weird and distressing as we can. And it's kind of very juvenile, even though it's written by a grown ass man. But that's one of his things. Garth Ennis, that's what he does. When he's on. Like, he had this other book, Hitman, which is about a hitman, and it takes place in a DC universe, and it barely features any DC characters, and it's one of my favorite series ever. And in one issue, he meets Superman, and it's probably one of the best Superman stories ever told in this one issue. You know, it's like heartbreaking, like fucking. It gets to the essence of why Superman is Superman. It's just like I'm getting chills on my spine thinking about it. So when Garth is Garth, he can be a genius, and then he can do shit like The Boys, which is kind of whatever. I think the show is leagues better. And I think the show is really good up to a point, but then I think the show falls into that white manish thing where it wants to make everything can be a villain. You know, it wants to make the left as bad as the right. You know, and I just don't believe in that bullshit.
The both sidesisms.
Yeah, and I don't believe in that bullshit for 1 second. That I don't really believe the left is that much better than the right.
Right.
But I think saying that they're the same or that they can both be villainous is wild, crazy. When one wants more freedom versus one wants to take it away, that doesn't really make sense. I think both of them are some bullshit, but yeah.
So obviously, Gen V is predicated off of The Boys, but like because of your not being 100% on The Boys, you wasn't even interested in Gen Z?
And I'm seeing in the chat that people are saying it's good. My boys said
really
it's good, but I've seen that. Look, people are saying it's less gross, but I've seen enough from what I've read on the internet about what happens in it that it's still pretty gross.
It's still pretty gross. No, let's be fucking frank.
Yeah,
Frank Footer is pretty fucking gross still. But
I might get to it, fam, but I'm just like I'm kind of like I've said this before. I'm kind of at the point where I don't care if it's superhero related. You got to be great television for me to watch a series. Good television. Good. Is it The Bear?
No, it's not The Bear.
Well, then what's see, that's what I'm saying. Is it Reservation Dogs? Then I don't have time for a series. I can watch a movie. I can watch a pilot. I can't give you 10 episodes if you're not giving me great television anymore. I can't do it. I can do it if we have to review it. And even in as it's become, I'm not really stressing reviewing shit anymore. I think Invincible is pretty good to great. And it's not, the episodes aren't that long. And I like, the animation, everything. So, and the voice acting's great. So but yeah, I'm not going to watch something if it's just good. It's like, all right, I've seen it before. I know what's going to, I know how the plot's going, blah, blah, blah. It's like.
Wow. Okay.
Yeah, I've gotten real tight. I don't watch much.
That's fair.
Right now, I've been watching The Bear. I'm into season 2. I got to the Thanksgiving.
Are you almost done?
Yeah, I got to the Thanksgiving episode and I had to pause. I know. Everybody talks about fishes and how great it is. Yeah, I know. So I haven't watched that yet. But it's been fantastic every episode. Like, The Bear is phenomenal. Reservation Dogs, I still have 2 more episodes because it broke my heart this whole last season 3. And so we've been chilling on it. We got to get back to that and, we got to finish that up. But yeah, that's what I mean. I don't watch much. I'm on that movie Rustin on Netflix right now. That's pretty solid.
Rustin.
Yep. That's what I mean. I just don't watch. And lately I've watched a lot less. Like I watched Cam and May. Shout out to It Is What It Is. That's my morning routine. I watch them in the morning. And then I watch a lot of battle rap videos because I've been creating more stuff. So I don't watch a lot of stuff because I've just been focused on creating. So unless it's like fantastic shit. Yeah. I watched Across the Spider-Verse again the other day and I was like, God fucking damn.
Mind blowing, yeah. Okay, well, I guess I'll be reviewing The Boys and Gen V on my own. That's okay. That's okay. But
you're gonna have to. I mean, I might get to it eventually.
No, I'm not gonna force that.
I'll try to pilot. And I want to go back to I'm caught up on The Boys, so when it comes back, I'll probably go back to it.
Mm-hmm. I mean, my thing is Gen V, yes, there's things you've seen before, especially as a writer, especially as everything that you just said. Yes, there's things that are not going to surprise you. You're going to be like, okay, see it. However, there's some themes that they handle exceptionally well that I haven't seen in TV, not too many times in TV in recent times, I would say. It's been done, but not, to that level of good. So I would say there's some merits to the show. Okay. So I mean, give it a shot. But I don't know if, well, maybe the pilot will do it for you.
I'll definitely give the pilot. I love watching pilots, so I would definitely give the pilot a shot. Yeah. And check that out.
And it's already been greenlit. I saw this whole first season. It's been greenlit for season 2. The Boys is going to pick up where Gen V left off. So
And well, it's interesting. That's because I just yeah, and I'm not like I say when the boys went with the season when they did AOC as a villain, that's where I was kind of like, and then even the season where they had Stormfront and they were kind of making Homelander to be the better version when they're both monsters.
At first, but then they kind of put that right back to where it needed to be.
Yeah, but even now, Homelander is a little bit too humanized for me on this show.
And he's not.
And he's a little bit too where and they say they do this to make him a monster, but they give him so much screen time that people who idolize him are just going to idolize him more. Just by
but isn't that how the world works? Isn't that how the U.S. works?
I think that's how it works, but I think a better written show could avoid that. I think
you don't want that perpetuated on a TV show.
I think that's the problem I have with The Boys is I don't think it's done well enough. I think it really is leaning into the fact that the actor who plays the Homelander is so charismatic, so great at it. So it's like, let's have as much scene with him. And when they did that season, when they had Stormfront, because in the book, it doesn't go exactly down like that. And so when they had Stormfront and him team up, and then at one point he's like, "Oh no, you're evil." It's like,
yeah, like no, that's not how Homelander would. Homelander wouldn't be like, "Oh, you're evil." Like no.
Yeah, and even if he did, it's just because the way they, And then I actually had to reread the plot of The Boys recently on Wikipedia because there were certain things I was kind of confused about how it ends and stuff, and they're not gonna go that way. And because of that, I'm not. I don't know how they're gonna go, man, but I don't trust it, is what I would say. I don't trust it, and I feel like it's creating more problems than it's solving. And I don't. And for media, I really have issues with that. So especially something like this, where it's so charged, and I see so many at Comic-Con dressing up as Homelander, and he's become a right-wing favorite, and.
He's just right. I mean, but that's the whole point is to be a right-wing figure. But I hear you. They don't need any more mascots, right?
Yeah, or if they need mascots, make them look like the monsters they are. Don't make it where it's. I don't know. They toe a fine line with him on that show.
You talk about the cosplay. For what it's worth, I've never seen a white Homelander, only a black one.
Word? Oh, I've seen multiple.
That ass.
Multiple. But I also seen like Asian Homelanders. You're right. I've seen all kind of Homelanders. Motherfuckers love being a fascist.
It's the costume. Take it off and take it on.
Yeah, like motherfuckers love being a fascist, boy. Like it's just like with Star Wars and how everybody loves dressing up as stormtroopers, which is so wild to me.
Well, first of all, listen. Even when I was coming up, like I never appealed, not appealed, but it never occurred to me that was fascism, right? It wasn't like clearly probably till I met you that's what all that was about. I just saw, this is the bad guy that's in suits, in white armor as a kid, right? And then you get some more context as you get older. But then, like you said, like when you seen it in pop culture, where it's like they at fucking Disneyland throwing jokes at each other, saying memes and stuff. It's just like you don't take them seriously. So they don't have that same connotation of fascism anymore. So I know you said it's weird, but I totally understand why people just dress up at them and don't think twice about it. That they've been neutered. Like whatever stormtroopers were supposed to stand for in the beginning, they do not stand for that shit no more. At least so far.
And see, I think the same thing has happened with Homelander to an extent. And I feel like eventually they're gonna have the boys' children's show, and then it'll be all the way over.
Yeah.
Because that's the money making won't stop, and so I think that's where they'll go with this. So just completely neuter it.
Like these niggas are toys, and that's how people look at them. They're just part of things for entertainment. So I get it. It is what it is. Did you have any more trailers, or was it like I know we did that Invincible trailer for emphasis, but did you have any?
I actually did have a couple more. There was
I want to see some.
A couple Bollywood joints that I wanted to peep real
quick.
So let's get into some of that.
We on some RR, but we on some RR stuff right now, triple R type shit.
Yeah, real quick. Let's get into that. Let me see what we're doing over here. See if I can make all this magic happen. Once again, thank you to everybody out there, twitch.tv/ForAllNerds for watching this with us live, as it were. And yeah, this is the trailer for Animal, starring Ranbir Kapoor, or maybe I'm not sure. Actually, I don't know. But But I know this joint is big themes right here. Animal. So let's check it out.
Yeah, let's see it.
Because I have no idea beyond the name. What the hell? All right.
Okay, Papa. Let's play a game. मैं पापा और आप बेटा. आपको याद है? 5th स्टैंडर्ड में था और माइकल जैक्सन का कॉन्सर्ट हो रहा था बॉम्बे में. You knew what
I just heard Michael Jackson.
मेरे सारे दोस्त जा रहे थे पर मैं नहीं गया क्योंकि आपका बर्थडे था. उसी दिन को रिप्ले.
I guess we ain't getting subtitles.
आपको बस पापा पापा करना है और मैं आपकी एक्टिंग करूंगा. Okay? शिद्दत से करना पापा. मेरा
You don't have no subtitle version? Sorry.
I guess I downloaded the wrong one. So
I heard Michael Jackson, and I'm a fan of Michael.
I'm getting Pulp Fiction vibes.
Papa.
Kill Bill.
Papa.
Kill Bill. I can see Kill Bill.
Papa. सुनाई दे रहा है बेरा नहीं हूँ मैं.
All right. Okay, my man.
He adores you. तो उसके लिए superhero.
Like Nick Cage, Indian Nick Cage.
दे सकते अपने बेटे को.
अफकट में है. पापा को छोटे बाल वाला हेयर स्टाइल पसंद है ना?
हाँ शेखर, पर तुम लंबे बालों में भी अच्छे लगते हो.
I'll grow it again, Papa.
This is giving
तू वापस आया.
Kill Bill
मैं कितना खुश था.
and
पर तूने जंग शुरू कर दी.
No Country for Old Men.
मर गया वो.
टाइम बताएगा. मेरे पापा के लिए मेरा प्यार फेल है, पास है, या दुनिया में सबसे फर्स्ट है.
मैंने बोला था ना ज्योति.
Yo, the music be going, yo. Oh, I like that mask.
God damn.
तेरे पापा के लिए प्यार जोक नहीं रोग है. I really wish he had died that day.
Oh, not the domestic
not Papa.
violence.
Yeah, that too.
मैं वापस आ गया दादाजी.
कहीं जाऊँगा.
Damn, I mean, they just give away that Papa gets murdered.
They give away the whole. This is the whole movie.
सिंह पर गोली चलाई. मैं वादा करता हूँ अपने हाथ से गला काटूंगा.
This should be like 15 hours long, so this ain't half a movie.
स्नान करने से पहले मुझसे पूछा होता.
अब से 100 चीजें करूंगा पापा. हर बार आपकी परमिशन नहीं दे सकता.
You're fighting ghosts in your head. Do you even realize that?
मैं ghost से लड़ता नहीं, उन्हें खा जाता हूँ. आज के बाद एक खरोच भी आई.
Fuck's in the box?
What's in the box? Oh, that's in the box. Shit, Gatling gun.
What? What is he shooting with that?
It was like Aaron Gatling gun from Final Fantasy, bro. Look. This is the whole movie. This is really
Trailer is fucking 10 hours long.
It's still more. Oh shit. OG got him.
They said a
December
flawless.
1st, so a couple of days. OG, oh, not OG laying on him. Not OG laying on him, taking a smoke. Oh, that was wild, disrespectful. I live for disrespectful shit like that. Come on.
All right.
Yes.
I got one more for us. Let's see. This is
Kantar. Oh, I'm sorry. I was gonna say like it's less triple R where it's just like lots of like wire work and random crazy shit happening, and more like Kill Bill like hyper violence, but obviously not real, but closer to realism. So.
Well, I think this might be a little bit more of the RRR Wild Out. So let's see. Kantara, A Legend, Chapter 1.
All right. I would say that no matter the language, I was able to follow.
Oh, yeah.
This looked like how Homeboy came in through the forest. Oh, shit. Is that him? Oh no, that's the other guy. Not the Blood Moon. Not Zelda.
Music is fire.
Yeah, the music goes hard. Oh my God. A legend was born. Hercules, I mean, he's a mix between a lot of characters.
I think it's just a teaser. I don't think we're getting much here.
Oh, okay. I'm sorry. Yeah. It's like Rashab Shetty. It's like you get the whole fucking story, or you get like a bunch of cool graphics.
One or the other.
No in between.
No in between.
No, but that shit. Listen, even that little bit look cool. I'm with it.
Looks pretty good. Animal definitely has my interest.
Yeah.
Animal definitely has my interest. There's something right now, maybe somebody in the chat knows, there's something on Netflix or Prime, something that everyone is like, is the new RR that I need to peep. If anyone knows, please let me know, because I've been trying to look this up.
Nothing's the new triple R. What do you
No, bro, there's a lot of, it's, don't sleep. There's
No,
always...
I'm not
No,
saying
they
that
say it's got the same vibe, like the same, revolutionary type vibe, all that stuff. It's like a different story.
Really?
Yes. I actually read this. I read a blurb about it somewhere, and that's what got my interest. They were like, it's the same type of vibe. It's not the same story, but it's, the same,
right.
fuck the white man story that I'm feeling,
Okay, I'm with it.
Like my man Mello said the other day, his favorite genre is always fuck the cops, no matter what it takes place in. Because he was talking about Gundam being a fuck the police in the future, and fuck the police always worked. So yeah,
facts.
Speaking about the future, there is before we get out of here, man, I do have a little big announcement, man. I just wanted to talk about. Yes, because this is like over a year in the making. This Friday, December 1st, I'm releasing my first song. It's a remix of Childish Gambino's Feels Like Summer. It's a big room, deep house, soulful, funky joint that I made, remix Childish's joint into some real powerful energy. And side note, did you know that Feels Like Summer is about global warming?
That would make a lot of sense.
I did not know this. I didn't know that, but working on this track for months now, and just the other day I finally Googled the lyrics because I'm always humming the shit.
Yeah.
And I never know exactly what they're saying. Yeah, he clearly says that he talks about how the bees are gone, how the birds don't sing anymore. Every day is hotter than the one before. Yeah, and he talks about how people need to slow down, how he hopes the world will change. Oh, I hope this world will change. But things just stay the same. Yeah, it's
just staying the same.
Yep.
Yeah, I never listened to the lyrics, but it makes a lot of sense.
Yeah. So yeah, this Friday, December 1st on Bandcamp, DJ Ben Bandcamp. Woo! That's out there. Go follow that right now. It's dropping over there and on SoundCloud. The DJ Ben I think it is on there. I made sure. But the link tree is on my Instagram, on my Twitter, all over the place. So you can follow there. If you see me on, the socials, you can go follow. And it's been a long time coming, man. I've been a DJ for longer than I can remember now. And I've always been the one who would tell other producers, yo, go sample this. Yo, like my man Gary, my man DJ Analyze, my man Harry Hodder. Those are my brothers. And we've made tracks together. We've done projects together. But it wasn't until about last July that I was just basically going fucking nuts because all I do is weddings right now, and it pays well, but creatively it's just not what I got into DJing for. And so I was just going nuts doing these weddings, and I was like, yo, I got to do something to get out of here. And I know the club scene's so, crammed with DJs, and even the producer scene is crammed with producers and shit, but it was just something I just needed to be a creative, just to feel creative and just to do something. So I downloaded Serato Studio, which is it's like pretty free. You can get it for free, and there's like a trial version, and then you can pay for a subscription. It's pretty cheap, but you can get, for those asking, I'm actually thinking about doing a video about this because you can get free. They're called DAWs, a digital audio workstation. Yeah, and so you can get them for free if you want. There's free versions, whatever. And so I just downloaded Studio, started watching YouTube videos. And I always loved house, and I knew that I wanted to make house music because I knew that was like what I really want to get DJing into. And if you want to be a great house DJ, you got to produce your own track. So
Right.
I was like, F that, I got to make my own stuff. And I started making joints. And the first joint I made was this Kanye West remix of his I Wonder that I'm going to put out later because that's fire too. But I made that shit and I was like, yo, I got something here. And then I let people hear, like my boy Young Guru and some other cats in there, like, you
Yeah.
got something here.
Yeah.
But that was
I
last
mean,
July. No, go ahead.
no, I was gonna say I'm just you mentioning like all the free release sources, like that ass Audacity could be used as a DAW. So
Hmm.
like and been free since like the dawn of time. So
Yep.
like we still use that shit. So definitely.
Yeah. So yeah, I just started and then I just kept making joints, since last July, just always just working pretty much every day as much as I could. I just worked on joints, worked on joints, worked on joints, and just tried to get better, listen to other stuff, just trying to learn about music production. My ears have changed. So much has changed over this year. It's been really interesting, the process of doing it. And while one reason I want to talk about that is because on the show we always talk about like following your dreams and stuff. And I
Hmm.
just want to tell people like you're never too old, you're never too whatever to do anything, man. Because I never say how old I am, but I'm a grown ass man. And when I started doing this, I know there's a million other producers, I know there's a million other DJs, but just like with anything, I just really don't give a fuck.
It
Like
doesn't matter.
yeah, I'm just like, yo, I'm gonna be me. I'm gonna put my unique sound out into the world and whatever happens with that happens. And I'm just gonna
Yeah.
be happy because one, I've been so happy making this music. Like it's been really interesting to let other people hear it, but it's just been so dope for me. Like I've been like, yo, this shit is
Hmm.
fire. Like getting better when I hear a track that I did, like the Kanye West track. I loved it when I first heard it, but a year later I've been having to rework it because it's like, oh no, that was so basic then.
Because your ears changed and your
Yeah.
your experience changed and everything, like your skill set has changed too.
Yep. So it's just been really interesting this journey, and it's been like, yo, this is really dope for me because it's like I've just learned that once again, you're never too old and you can always learn new things and you can always get better at things. It's just like a couple years ago for my birthday, you got me a set of Warhammer paints and I hadn't
Hmm.
painted in years. And then suddenly I'm buying up miniatures again and painting, and I'm like, damn, I'm pretty good at this. So
Hmm.
I kept painting and kept getting better, watch YouTube videos, learn more techniques and experimenting and just
You
having
know what you should
fun with it.
do?
What's that?
What you should do, well, you mentioned the Warhammer stuff. Like, if you ever do just sit there, decide you want to paint one, like just go live on TikTok and just have it. Just you don't have to do nothing and then talk to nobody. Just have your camera facing you as you sit there and paint them and do that, and people will sit there and watch that.
Oh, I will definitely do that. That's
Hmm.
something, and I want to ask the chat, and I'm gonna do some videos on our Instagram and YouTube, and on my YouTube. Also, follow me on YouTube. Follow me on Twitch. DJ Ben on me on everything. Pretty much follow me on all those things because I'm gonna be putting a lot more videos out, a lot more music, a lot of things on all these different platforms, as well as on ForAllNerds. But that's something we always talk about. It's like, what do you want to see from us? Because
Yeah.
I've tried doing the gaming. I really don't enjoy that. I don't want to game for hours like you need to do on a Twitch stream. I'd rather be making beats. So eventually I will make beats on Twitch. I will definitely do some paintings on Twitch. But also with videos and things of that nature, I want to know like what do you want to hear us talk about? We already do these long form podcasts, but we want to do more short form videos and stuff. So if there's any topic that you want us to cover or talk about, please hit us up on socials. I'm gonna do a video so y'all can leave
Yeah.
comments there.
Yeah.
Yep.
I mean, and then now that like now everyone sees me, I'm out the negativeverse, right? I'm not I don't have the virtual screen behind me. Like I have an actual space, a creative space. Like I'm gonna be going into the things I really wanted to do. I'm gonna doing music too. I've been trying to do music for fucking years. I've been trying to produce for years. I'm talking about like since high school. And also been always dabble with DJing, but never fucking committed to do that. I have all the fucking tools, just never sat there and said, just fucking do it. And like what you said before about don't worry about that. There being a lot of other people doing the same thing, or whether you're good enough or not good enough, whatever. None of that shit matters. Like it's this metaphor that I had said many years back that I keep bringing up. Like if you go to any block, any hood, there's 1,000 laundromat mats, some across the street from each other. They all making money. It's the same fucking approach, right? Like you can be good, bad, whatever. Just I think it's the consistency and the fact that you're doing something that you love. Like I think that's what draws people in. Like if you first of all, I also think you need to be clear about who you're doing it for. If you're doing something for other people, you're never gonna be happy. Like period. If you're doing it for you because you find that shit fun, whether you're good at it, whether you're bad at it, but it's just like makes you happy, fine. And then if it don't make you happy, don't fucking do it, but do something else. Like always be doing, right? Like, I don't know. Like, I hate to like sound like an after school special,
No,
but I'm
but you
just
should.
saying. But I'm just saying. I see Don Magic Wand Punch Man says I need tech recommendations. Those are coming too. I'm getting back on my Grand Duchess of Tech grind as well. You know, just doing like well back in the day with ForAllNerds, we would do tech talk with Tatiana, right? Or I'm gonna start doing that. Like I want to do like every Tuesday, right? Keep the alliteration going. Where like I'm gonna like tell y'all, it's gonna be quick stuff too. Just tell y'all about some new shit that I have or how to do something or whatever. Like now is my time, and like it's always been my time, but I feel like now is especially my time, and you know, especially because I'm in the mental space, I have the physical space. Like I need to just do it. Just fucking do it. Do it live, right? So
Yeah, definitely. And that's how I've been feeling. Like I said, that's why I cleaned up this room so I could just feel focused in here, so I can feel like I got my backdrop right. I can do all kind of videos. I can talk to y'all, do more things, make beats live, paint live, whatever it is. Just do
yeah.
more things, and just like you said, it's our time. We just feel like it's time to really capitalize on this For All Nerds movement. And as well, just everything we're doing. Like I know that over the next year, I'm gonna put out my plan is to put out a track at least once a month, first of the month, every month. So you got this first one coming on December 1st. I already got the next one. I got this Beyonce joint lined up for January 1st, and I might have to effing leak a little before then because it's so fucking incredible. And I love it so much. I got this Rihanna joint for her birthday month in February. And I'm just
Okay.
gonna keep coming with it until, like I was watching Mason Cam again, and they're like, when they started their podcast, they didn't know what was gonna happen with it. And then they got a huge deal, but they were like, we're gonna keep doing it until it goes. And that's how I
Yeah.
feel with this music stuff. I mean, that's how I've always been. I've been a DJ forever, but now that I've started producing, I'm like, nah, I'm gonna take this until it pops. So
Yeah.
and
I
people
was
tell me
gonna
I got
say
some shit that's gonna pop.
I was gonna say a comment when you mentioned Mason Cameron. I'm like, but they're Mason Cameron. They could fucking play tabletop tennis and they would probably get a deal off that.
Yeah, but we're Ben, and
but
Tatiana.
thank you. That's what I was going to say. I was just
Yeah.
like, but wait a minute, I'm me. So
Yeah, and we say that a lot. Well, especially I remember when we started the show, and we'd always compare ourselves to stars, and we're always like, but they're stars. And we got to stop saying that, honestly. We have to be like, but no, we are stars. And like you said, even though we might not be making a sandwich on the level of McDonald's, we're still making a good ass sandwich that people enjoy. So we got to keep selling these sandwiches to these people who enjoy these sandwiches. And fuck it, we might not be McDonald's, but we still selling these fucking
pick a
sandwiches.
different restaurant, not McDonald's. I understand super mega corporate overlord McDonald's, but damn.
I mean, we might not be
McDonald's is
Five
Disney.
Guys, but Five Guys started off
Five
with
Guys.
one store.
This is true.
And right now we Five Guys with one store. So
It
we
used
try
to be one Negro and it became Five Guys. I hear you.
Yeah, so we try to
get
keep
you.
going. That man really did his 5 sons. You know the story, right?
No.
Shit, yeah, because I remember when they opened in DC, and that was like one of their early ones when they first started expanding. But the story is, it was a father who told his sons, I can either give you college money, I think it was,
Okay.
or we can start a restaurant. Five
They
Guys.
was like, fuck college.
Fuck college. Let's
Five
get rich,
Guys.
Dad. Them motherfuckers, yeah.
Listen, I will never say fuck college. I went to the illustrious Howard University. HU.
I would also say if you just go for a semester and drop out, it works as well. Like, I graduated, but I know a lot of people who did that as well. Like it's just the experience, folks. All you gotta do is be at Howard. That's what it's about, Hey, especially for you brokies out there, look, there's ways. That's what I'm telling y'all. Don't sleep. You know what I mean? Just get there, be absorbed. Look, I know. Shout out to my man DJ Armageddon. He went to another school. Something happened to him. He left that school. He moved to DC, and he might as well have gone to Howard. You know what I mean? He didn't go to Howard, but he's known like he went to Howard. So it's like, just be in the area if you can.
Yeah.
Absorb the greatness.
absorb it. Thank
Yeah.
you, Sakina. Sakina75 said, "You're not mass produced. You're exclusive, great quality sandwich."
There it is. There it is. But we
Thank
want
you.
more and more people to eat this sandwich. So,
Yeah.
please tell people about For All Nerds. Tell your friends.
Yes.
Especially with this music dropping, please don't keep this shit to yourself, y'all. Like, play this song for everyone. DJ Ben, to let them know. Be like, yo, go to this man's Bandcamp, follow him. He dropping more tunes, all that. Do not. I know people like that. People be like, yo, this is mine. I only want me to hear it. No, like, let everyone hear us. You know
You
what I
gotta let
mean?
everyone hear it.
Tell people, like, word
Put
of
your work
mouth
out
is
there.
the greatest way for us to spread. So please keep spreading the word about For All Nerds, spreading the word about
Mhm.
me. I'm putting myself out there. That's it. I don't give a fuck. That's nothing. Like, people always say that about us, that we're incredibly brave. I don't know about you, Tatiana, but me, I just never, like, one, I shout out to Combat Jack, rest in peace. Two, I came from growing up talking to people face to face. I'm not an internet person. So I've never really given a fuck about saying things like, and also because of Combat Jack, you'd ask me live on air, what's up, Ben? You was locked up in Dubai. Talk about it. So
Yeah.
I've never cared about these things. I've learned you have to say these things. This is what I've been through. I've been to therapy. I've been to Dubai. I've got locked up. I've been on top of the world, sitting in a, Ethiopian hotel, living like a fucking king. And then 2 days
Mhm.
later, I was in prison. Life is
Mhm.
crazy.
Life lifing. Life
Yeah,
lifing.
life be lifing.
No,
But
Ben,
I
I
don't.
was.
Yeah, go ahead.
No, continue, please. I
Yeah,
want you to finish this.
I'll just say I really don't care, like, about. I'm gonna put things out. I know
Mhm.
it should be people be like, oh, this song sucks. Oh well, I had a great time making it. I really enjoy it. I know people are gonna love it. So that's all. And I just want to put things out that make people feel good,
Yeah.
make people feel better about themselves, and make the world just a little better place with every little
Yeah.
bit I can.
I've been honestly the opposite, and it's been and continues to be a journey to get to that place where it's just like I don't give a fuck. Now I have lots of levels of I don't give a fuck. Like if
Mm.
somebody doing some wrong shit, I'ma say something
Yep.
and I'ma troll them and all this other stuff. Real life, fake life, online, offline, like I'ma do it because I'm right, right? So, but when it comes to my personal stuff, there's still that fear. There's still that fear, and I don't
Mm.
know if it's so much fear about people not liking it, but the fear of when I'm looking at it, I become hypercritical, and I'm like, oh shit, I
It's
should
really
have did this.
a fear of success. I think that's what most people have more than
Mm,
anything. It's not the fear of failure; it's the fear of success that holds us back because we're scared of what our dreams will actually look like, and then
maybe
you're scared of that work that will come with it because, like as Dallas Penn says,
I will say I'm scared of the work that comes with it.
the only reward for a job well done is more jobs. So,
Yeah, and also just growing up, like my personality, I've always been an introvert, and it
hmm
hadn't been until my adult years where I'm just like I'm the extroverted introvert because I still would rather just be fucking at home and not talking to nobody, but I can like come on and do these things because we've had the time, we've had the energy, you know what I'm saying? Like we've had the experience. So like this don't phase me. This shit is nothing to me. You
hmm
understand? Like talking to people, being online, doing all this stuff. Like this is me. I am a child of the internet. So I,
yeah,
grew up with all this stuff. So I get it. Like I get what you're saying. And for me it's been a little more different. It actually has been a struggle and continues to be, but it's something that I've actively grown out of. And so like you said, like just sitting there, like if I'm gonna be sitting there mixing, that shit's gonna suck when I first start. But so I'm scared to be live and fucking doing that shit. And I'm probably gonna hide the chat so I can't see niggas like clowning me. But like just until I have to keep doing it, right? I
yeah,
have to
you
keep doing it
have
to
to
get
do it
better.
because
So
you have
yeah.
to be able to, like, you got to be able to.
Yeah.
That's the thing. Like I say again, that's why things like being online don't bother me DJing. Right? One, I know what I'm doing, but two, I've come from a culture where I used to set up my turntables. I used to do Spot DC and Coco Loco. We used to come in there once again. Me and my man Armageddon. We were the third room open. There were three rooms. There was a techno room, a salsa room, and then the R room, hip hop and reggae. So we
The
would be
blacks.
the blacks. So we'd be the last room to set up. So me and Armageddon would get there every week with our speakers and our turntables and set up speakers, set up the turntables. And there was like these cats, these dudes who would come in. I don't know if it's the same cats every week, but every, every week there was a couple dudes who would come in there and stand in front of there's a table. We ain't got no booth, which is a table with turntables. And these cats would stand there in front of this hoe and just watch.
Really?
And not say a word. Dead ass just grill us and the turntables and just because me and Armageddon were putting in fucking work in there. We were doing some fucking magic. So people would watch. Because we're working with vinyl You know, we're sitting here and it was mad. We were some murderers. So, like, the pressure, you know, and it was nothing. I was like, okay, these niggas is nerds. I knew what they were. You know, they were DJ nerds and they just wanted to get, you know, and so they were just watching. But it's like, so DJing online is nothing to me. Doing this online is nothing to me because I'm used to people being, and as a DJ, that's what I'm telling you, you got to start fucking doing it because you gonna stink. I remember the first time I DJed at Howard, like I've been in Houston, high school, etc. I DJ at Howard, my man DJ Trauma, my brother to this day, and I spent a few records, and he was like, "Yo, Ben, you don't know how to blend?" And I was like, "What's blending?"
I'm about to say that you didn't get booed because Howard would boo
No,
you.
this was
man.
we were at a little barbershop. You know,
Oh,
it
okay.
wasn't much happening, but literally, nigga was like, "Yo, you don't know how to blend?" And I was like, I didn't know what blending was. I used to drop every record on the one. I just, you know, I never knew any other DJs, so I would just drop shit on the one. I didn't know what, you know, a lot of it was, and I was doing high school parties where you could get away with a lot of bullshit. So, and in Houston, where, you know, it was like Houston high school they didn't know any better, so I got away with it. And then, so after that, I spent months in my room learning how to blend. And then even my man, another one of my friends, Face On, that's my dude to this day. He used to be like, "Yo, Ben," no, he told me this recently. This about 5-6 years ago, but he was like, "Yo, Ben, when I used to see your name on the party, I was just like, oh, what the fuck?" And now when I see your name on the party, I'm like, hell yeah, you know. But he was right. Back then, I was what the fuck. I was struggle. And then I had to work at it. But, you know, I was doing it in front of people. So it was even worse. You know, I'd be at parties. People wasn't booing me, but I'd have, you know, struggle moments. And I wasn't getting it all right. And then I'd have good moments and, you know, bad moments and good and bad. Until I got it all together. But nowadays, you know, online, but that's what I'm telling you, you got to start, man. I'm telling that to everybody out there. Don't wait. Just fucking do it. You
Do
know,
it
like,
live.
yeah, like people say that, you know, they make fun of, what's the name, Shia LaBeouf with the do it, you know, but that shit is real,
Just
man.
fucking do it.
That shit is so real. It's like, just do it. Because, like I said, I was coming from a place of just going crazy, where I'm like, I'm going to go crazy. And none of y'all saw it. I was doing the show, everything. This was even before all this shit happened with my dad passing away, all this trauma this year. I was doing well financially. Everything's doing great. But I'm just like, yo, I'm going crazy. I cannot do this anymore. I got to do something. And then I made that first track. I remember I went to bed that night and I was like literally shaking because I was like, oh, I did something. I know. I'm like, oh shit. I got something here. And then, you know, looking back, I ain't have shit really, but it was just, it was enough that I knew I had, you know, something. I knew that ear, like I wasn't bullshitting myself. I was like, no, I can really do this. I know I'm a dope DJ, but I didn't know if I could really make music like that or even put together music like that. I'm like, no, I really can do that shit. And so then I just kept going and kept going and kept going. And, you know, we'll see where it takes me, but it's just about going and doing. So we ain't gonna stop.
Yeah. Well, what does have to stop is this stream. We've been on.
All right.
We appreciate y'all, but we love you. But we got to go. I'm fucking hungry, to be honest with you.
Yes. So not sure when this will be. Well, actually, hopefully this will be dropping before we'll probably drop. We have another All-Star episode for those people. We did the All-Star episode with the Marvels.
Oh, I thought that was gonna be a surprise. Guess not.
I mean, you know, people watching live right now, it might be editing. You know, this might be beeped out. Shout out to Luna. Who knows? But you know, the Marvels episode with Rodimus Prime, the Black Gay Comic Geek, Lock It Down, Tatiana and myself is now live. You can get that everywhere. Make sure you go check that shit out. It's pure comedy. I love the All-Star episodes every time. This was a great group.
Yes.
That's out there now. We'll be on semi-vacation next week, but you know, still be getting some more content from us because it just don't stop. Shout out to Combat Jack again.
And Ben, I know how you feel about the word content and all that stuff, but let the FANFam say content at least.
I will.
Let them say. I think you need to apologize. Apologize.
I've abandoned
to the one
my
person
battle.
you got on. Okay, but I think you need to apologize because I seen you go in on somebody on Twitter. I'm like, damn, man, I don't think they deserve that. You didn't like go in.
But I was like, can we stop using
you reprimanded them, and I was like, nah, Ben, you ain't need to reprimand them.
I know you're right. I know. I will apologize to you right now, and I will apologize again on Twitter. I've lost the battle. I accept it. I make content. Jesus Christ, you know, this is what my life has become.
Make sure y'all go into ForAllNerds.com.
My song that I spent hours and days and weeks is just content to fill people's lives. Hopefully, hopefully our content makes your life a little better. That's all I have.
Yes. Okay, that's true. Real quick, Caitlin in the chat says, "Will there ever be another For All Nerds mixtape?" I'm gonna edit that for All Nerds. Listen, that would be Ben I mean. Well, actually, not true. I used to actually do mix quote mixtapes at Howard, so I could technically do it my damn self. I don't need Ben I mean.
No, yeah. I mean, I don't.
He don't want to do it. I'm gonna tell y'all right now. He don't fucking want to do it.
It's not that. It's like doing those. That one time I did do it. It was like finding all that songs like that that's the thing. Finding that dope hip hop nerdy mix stuff is harder than like actually doing the mix. It's finding the songs because there's so much whack shit.
It's so much whack shit.
And then if one more motherfucker sends me that Imperial March over the wedding thing, it's like Jesus Christ.
No.
I mean,
okay.
50
I
people
will
send
do
me
this.
that joint. No problem.
I will do this. I'm not promising y'all when it's gonna come out, but I will commit to doing. I guess this will technically be volume 2 be doing volume 2 of the For All Nerds mixtape. I will put that together. Was it even a volume before?
I barely make regular mixtapes, man. I've been so focused on production, like that's the thing. I'm not like no offense. I'm really looking at like making music more than I am doing mixtapes right now. Yeah.
Well, because I'm going on my musical journey, I don't mind. I have to do, like I said, I got to get back to basics for me.
I got to do a house mixtape though. I'm definitely doing that soon. But yeah,
you need that, bro.
Oh yeah, that's what I'm saying. I'm doing that because no shouts, but like I don't want to do the For All Nerds parties. I don't want to DJ like I don't want to DJ and play nerd music, dog. I don't
even want to say the name of the party. Let me not talk about
no, because like I don't know what they're playing at like Sonic Boombox right now. I see his.
That's what I was gonna say.
Yeah, no, because it's funny. Like he has DJs now, and I'm like, I don't know none of these cats. Because I used to know my mans who DJ there, and I knew what he'd play. But sometimes I go there and they be playing some wild shit. But then like when we go to MadFest, they were playing some dope shit. So
but MadFest is different.
I don't know what they playing to Sonic.
MadFest is different.
I don't know what these DJs are playing. But I like house. Like that's my goal is to play big room, deep soul house. That is like my goal in life right now. So I'm really like laser focused on getting there and getting out of playing fucking Miley Cyrus and Britney Spears. Just Jesus Christ.
Shit. Make sure y'all go to ForAllNerds.com so you can get dope merch that supports directly the brand. That's how we get some cool stuff. Like I said, that's how we're gonna be able to have full-time the energy and efforts to give y'all what y'all fucking want. Y'all want these mixtapes. Y'all want these live streams. Y'all want these trailer reviews. Like, I want to do this full-time. Help me, nigga. Help me, okay? Help me. Go to ForAllNerds.com. Get you a cool tee like this Gucci Mandalorian one. Ben I mean, he's actually wearing one too. He's wearing a hoodie version though. He's wearing a green hoodie. That shit looks fire as usual. Got the Miss Menace up there.
This green, this
that shit look nice.
Right here.
This shit right here, nigga. This shit right here, nigga. Honestly, just fire designs. We're still gonna be putting new designs up there. The ones that are up there, I still love. We literally have them in every freaking color imaginable. And yes, because of the season, we have hoodies too. So make sure you go up there, check that out. Hurry up and get them now while they're the price they are. Just a word of warning.
Word of warning. Yeah, and we definitely need some new designs. Once again, if anyone out there is a designer, artist of any sort, wants to work with us, hit us up. Contact us ForAllNerds.com.
We pay.
We pay, and we're always looking for new designs. Shout out to Sketch Sawyer. Shout out to Latina Scribbles. Those are our artists in residence right now, but we're always looking for some more people to come on the team. Mm-hmm. We're actually putting out some more requests, and we're looking for some other people. We're doing some behind the scenes work, but yeah, that'll be coming soon too.
We're looking for a social media manager too.
Okay, well we can say that now then, because we are. We damn sure are.
We damn sure are. We're looking for a social media manager, okay? We need you to have some.
I didn't know we were going to say it, but fuck it. Fuck it. We need that shit desperately,
Fuck it. We're doing it live. Yeah. We need a social media manager, okay? For us to be able to do all this incredible creative work, we do need help. Like, yeah, we do social media well too, but we can't do everything. So if you love to tweet and you love to TikTok and you love to IG Reel and whatever the fuck you like to do and you fuck with us, please hit us up. Contact at ForAllNerds.com. At this point, I don't need a resume. I just need to know you know what you're doing, and I just need to have a couple of conversations with you. All right. But if you are interested, please hit us up. Or if you know somebody who may know somebody, whatever, I don't care. We just need a social media manager ASAP. Okay. What else, Ben? I mean, patreon.com/ForAllNerds. That's still rocking. I know everybody's sitting there like, damn, we need some more exclusive shit. Y'all getting more exclusive shit, okay? You're getting it. It's happening. It's coming. Maybe I'll do all my bad like mixes up there so I don't feel as bad doing it on Twitch, right? Because it's just a smaller audience that's looking at my shit.
There you go.
Make sure y'all following us everywhere.
I want to stop hearing you saying
Yeah.
bad mixes because one, like even though
it's gonna be bad.
Even though I recently heard a DJ what we call train wrecking. It's when your blends don't go together and the shit sounds like a train wreck, or it sounds like somebody falling down the stairs. The drums all start clashing, so it's like
listen, I can't hear that without thinking of Mr. Glass falling down the fucking stairs,
shit,
bro.
But the funny thing is, it's so difficult to do that because the computer does so much for you, and it's just putting numbers and visual. You can even look at it. And
I know the fucking computer do.
I heard somebody doing it recently, and I was like, wow. And they were doing this in a club. And people were still cheering them on because we live in a crazed world. So stop saying your mixes are bad because this motherfucker was in clubs train wrecking.
I will never fucking train wreck.
And I looked at their Instagram and they're booked and busy. And they were train wrecking.
That shit, bro. And that proves our point. It don't fucking matter how good you are. Just do it anyway.
Just do it anyway. It doesn't fucking matter. That's what I'm telling you. Because this person was train wrecking. I literally did not know you could still do that. Like, I used to train wreck. That's what when my man was like, yo, you don't know how to blend? I was train wrecking. Because when you put the two records together and they're not blending, it sounds like a hot mess. And I was train wrecking. But, that was before digital, It's like you had to actually do this shit with your ear. But
I hear you. Follow us.
Yeah, put your shit out there, folks.
Put your shit out there. Follow us, ForAllNerds. Follow me at Tatiana King. He's at DJ Ben Hameen. His last name is not Hameen. So
all one word. It's just Benjamin in Spanish. It's Benjamin phonetically. Ben Hameen. For those who didn't realize it. The funniest one is one of my best friends from Howard who's known me forever thought I made this shit up like Run DMC. Like Ben Hameen, which is like, I don't know. So I don't know what he thought my real name was. I guess he knows my real name is Benjamin. And then he just thought I made up Ben Hameen. Like,
I mean, I don't know.
I just don't know where I would get that from, But no, it's Benjamin in Spanish, Benjamin in Amharic, Benjamin all around the world. Ben Hameen, it's all the same thing. But yeah, Ben Hameen, one word. DJ Ben Hameen. Phonetically. Hameen.
Musically.
Yes. Yeah.
We don't fuck with you musically.
Oh my God, yeah. Friday at midnight, Bandcamp, SoundCloud, all those places. I think I'm going to charge $2. I was to give it away for free, but then I feel like, no, $2, right? It's $2. Right?
$2.
$2. Get you a nice song. $2.
$2. Holla, 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 holla.
Support me.
Yeah.
Only the first one to be free anyway, so fuck it. We're starting off with this crap being $2. So
I love it. We've made a lot of progress. And I actually do. I admit I like standing up because then I could be animated. So,
yeah, it's great.
And I get all the energy out. But okay, fine. I'll stand up. Whatever.
All right. Well, thank y'all for joining us. And we are out of here. Make sure y'all follow us, twitch.tv/ForAllNerds, twitch.tv/DJ Ben Hameen. And Tatiana will soon have her own Twitch channel as well.
Fan Bros,
Hey, what's up, internets and the FANFam? This is Tatiana King for ForAllNerds, and I want to thank you so much for listening and watching the ForAllNerds. Make sure you like and subscribe to us only on YouTube.